All right, guys, so this is your Aunties Could Never podcast. And who are the aunties? Well, I'm Auntie AK. I'm the matriarch auntie. My heart and soul runs through the whole podcast.
Okay. Sorry. I mean...
With my clued up cluelessness. This is a thing, it's a fact. I will always put a smile on your face. I'm also the leader of our group. I don't know if you know about our group, Aunties with Voices.
Or, as me and Auntie Sade like to say, sisters with no voices.
Yes.
Handing over.
And I'm Auntie Farah. I'm the realest of the bunch. I'm also the funniest. I'm actually the funniest auntie. Real talk. You don't know when I chat you bust up. You know you do. Real talk. I'm the funniest. I'm also the auntie that swears the most. Yes. I'm also the auntie that will rough you up, but also give you a hug.
And I'm Auntie Nana. I'm a classic Gemini. I'm very logical, but also away with the fairies. I love conspiracy theories and anything anti-establishment. And I also have a voice of an angel. I'm waiting for my big break. I am the Beyonce of the Aunties with Voices.
No.
At all.
I am.
No.
And I'm Auntie Sade. I'm probably the most challenging, but I am down to earth. And I will probably call you out on your BS. That's what I'm known for. And I'm also the youngest as well, which...
By 9 months and 28 days.
I mean, every day counts.
Right, so, just on a more serious note, so I started your Aunties Could podcast, Your Aunties Could Never, during lockdown. It was a moment for us to come together. It got us through lockdown, and I just thought, who else to share speaking about the real world, the facts, the love, and celebrating who aunties are with my 3 close friends. And, you know, what happens in society is that the mature black woman's voice is often overlooked. And I thought, we need to change that.
Yes.
Don't we?
Yes.
Don't we, guys?
Yes.
Thank you. No.
We need louder than
We
that.
need energy. Yeah!
That's
We
it.
need black women to change the world. Yes! Thank you very much. Okay, handing over to Auntie Farah.
Okay, so I'm going to do a game. Because
Lovely.
you know I like to do a game. I like to start with a game.
let's go.
And true, it's Carnival weekend. I thought it would be a little Carnival-themed game.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, this
We
is
don't
easy.
know what the game is, by the way, guys.
No,
We
I
have
don't.
no
I
idea
do
what's
not
going on.
divulge the games before the games start.
Right.
So this is easy, and I'm looking at you because I know you have issues.
I need to go first, yeah.
Okay.
What? No, wait,
No,
wait.
This is favoritism because this happened
I
last
haven't
time.
even said what it is that we're doing.
But it doesn't matter because it's favoritism.
No,
because
it's just
you let
put
her
your hands
go
up.
first last time.
I'm not letting her go first. There's 5 questions.
Okay.
And you just put your hand up.
I'm just saying.
First person.
I don't
The
like
audience
this.
I
will
don't
judge.
like it either.
I don't like this.
Seriously. But
Okay.
anyway, go on.
Okay.
Can you guys see this? They're hating on me.
Right. So, Carnival, Notting Hill Carnival, where did it start? Haiti, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, or St. Lucia?
As in Carnival or what? Who?
Carnival.
I want to say
these
Trinidad and
countries-
Tobago.
You said Notting Hill
I did,
Carnival.
but these can't, this
Can
Sorry.
you make it clear what you're
oh
saying?
my days.
I'm going to say Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you very much, Auntie Charlotte.
That's what I was
Thank
going
you.
to say.
No, but hold on, there's no way.
know
Okay,
what?
No,
Notting Hill
wait.
Notting Hill Carnival is the largest carnival in Europe. True or false?
True.
That was Auntie Nana.
No, it wasn't.
That was Auntie Nana. Okay?
Hold
In
on, wait.
which year was the first ever Notting Hill Carnival held?
1958.
1800, 1999, 1966, or 1982?
1996.
66.
Six. It
That was
me.
Auntie AK.
No, just because she's louder doesn't mean she won.
But it is true.
No.
Guess, who was that?
You
It
won't
was
break my
blatantly
soul.
me.
Who do you think?
It was
You won't break
blatantly
my
me.
soul.
She asked
Moving on.
Myers.
Moving on. There are up to 70 performance stages to visit during any given Notting Hill Carnival. True or
Wow.
false?
Yes.
True.
True.
That was Auntie AK. Last question. Carnival season is typically held between January and March. So why does the Notting Hill Carnival take place in August? Because of the lunar calendar.
Racism.
Because August is awesome. Because January is too cold. Because Notting Hill Station is only open in the summer.
Because
January's too
August
cold.
is awesome.
January is too cold. That was
Thank
Auntie
you.
Sade. So at the end of
Is
that
that at
round,
1 point?
2.
Auntie Sade won
She
with
won.
2 points.
Why is the audience on Auntie Sade's side?
Because they're correct.
She won. Like,
Did
give
she
it up.
win?
She
Yeah,
won.
she did.
I got 4.
There weren't enough questions for you to get 4. She won. Just deal with it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Quick things.
Guys, can you clap, please, for our game?
Hopefully you learned some stuff too, as well.
We should have asked the audience a question. Do you have an extra road question for the audience?
No, I don't.
I broke script, sorry.
All right.
Go on,
Okay,
Antonio.
so I'm going to introduce our first guest to the stage. And our first guests are very familiar to me. One of them is my husband.
Woo!
She's got a husband.
She got
I
a
do have a
husband.
husband.
Black women do get
married.
married, you get me?
We have been together
Black
for
love
22
exists.
years. Thank you. I think that deserves a big round of applause.
Yeah.
A little bit louder. 22 years, guys. From the year 2000.
Side note, she doesn't always remember how long they've been married. But
Yeah,
No.
it's true.
And
And
she
she's been a long
doesn't
time.
She doesn't send nudes.
She only
I
sends
do
nude
send
tights.
nude. I send
won't
nude
send-
tights.
She won't send her husband
nude
nudes.
bras.
Don't you think, though, after 22 years, her husband
Deserves
a little
nudes.
piece of nude?
Let's have a
Like
show of
like
hands.
a
Who
little
thinks
nude
her
piece of
husband
nude.
deserves nudes?
Come
Show of hands. Show of hands.
Yeah.
Show of hands. That's the point. Clearly. Who thinks
He
she
wants
should
to
not be
send them.
sending nudes in 22 years of marriage?
Thank you. I like this guy.
Wow. Wow. Okay, but the point was made. Is he sending nudes back, no, fam?
He been sending
He would.
nudes.
I believe that he would.
I haven't
When he
actually-
comes on stage, that's the first question we're
Yeah,
going to ask
we'll
you.
ask him that,
Okay,
we'll
let's
ask
go,
him
let's
that.
go, let's go.
Okay, so the podcast is called Chophouse Podcast. I am the producer of that podcast as well. It's a podcast that's needed because there aren't enough male podcasts out there.
There really
Men
are.
are so starved of stuff
Men's
to talk
voices
about.
are so unheard.
Yes. Nobody listens to them, so
At all.
there's another male podcast out there. So introducing Odartei Evans and Mikey J. Asante to the stage.
Hey, Wiley, man, I'm still disappointed.
Listen to the track though.
Wherever you want to
Wherever
go.
you want to go.
You look come out with a controversial track, you know.
I know, isn't it?
This is comfortable.
This
is nice,
I'm
isn't
in the
it?
middle.
Nice.
You
Welcome,
know?
welcome,
Nice.
welcome.
Comfy. Okay, so I want you guys to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about Chophouse Pod.
Okay, so my name is Odartei Evans, one half of the Chophouse Pod. Why did we start? So I spend like an insane amount of time on the internet. Like it's unhealthy, if I'm being honest. And so I needed to find a way to validate the time that I was spending on the internet. And so I created a whole podcast just so that I could feel better about the time that I was spending on the internet. Because what would be happening of an evening, we'll be sitting there, and poor Nana was like, I'd be like, yo, have you seen this? And I just put it in her face like that, and then she's like humoring me. So I called up Mikey called me up in a, you want to tell that part, Mike?
So yeah,
Tell me who you are first.
I'm known as Mikey J. Asante, one half of what is the Chophouse Pod. I'm a music producer. I got a dance company called Boy Blue. We actually perform here often.
So it's just here at the Barbican.
Louder,
Yeah,
louder,
and
louder.
talking about marriage, that's been running for 21 years.
Yes.
Which has been crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's loads of other things, but we're not here for that. Nonetheless, I called him and I was like, bro, you know Abbott and Preach? They do like a good thing. It's pretty cool, you know, like the guy has videos and they talk about the videos. I think we could do that. We could really do that. And he was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, so you're thinking about idea? I said, no. I'm thinking that you get the videos, you put them together, then I turn up, and then we talk about it.
Basically, he didn't want to do any work.
I didn't want to do any work. I got too much stuff on my plate, and then, look, we helped your problem. So it worked. Your problem of the
Yeah,
internet.
but yeah, my problem with the internet.
Yeah,
So,
I supported your.
Now I feel validated. We've got the Chophouse Pod, and that's basically what we do. So Mikey comes around. We got food. We got drink.
But you know what? I'm being disingenuous slightly. Me, Nans, and Russ, we sit down often and we just have these kind of conversations. And it just felt like, you know what? Because what's always nice is that there is valid opinions, but then also at the same time, different ways that everyone looks at stuff. And also a connectivity which is like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. I didn't see it like that. So we said, you know what? let's try and record it. So I rocked up one day, and they said, we got the Chophouse pod, and you are a podcaster now. So I got a job. I finally got a job. I turn up, I do my thing, and I go home.
You bounces.
That's it. So I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is great conversation. So it's nice to be able to record them and talk with my fam.
I love this. So for your show that we're going to show everybody else here, we're going to be your guests.
Okay.
So it's going to be your standard format. I have one caveat though. I have slightly forgotten to send the aunties the videos. So I'm going to do that.
Wow.
So you're joining me.
Yeah.
So
you're
really,
joining Mikey and not knowing.
So we don't know what's going on right now.
I
in our
kinda
own show.
do.
Right.
so
Is this
total
on
transparency,
purpose?
right?
Yeah.
Russell didn't figure out how we're going to watch the videos, so we had planned to watch it on his phone whilst the audience watched.
So the audience will
But I
watch
think
it.
we're going to have to go and watch it from that angle.
Well, you guys can watch it there. You
And
got
then
your
I
phone.
can
you
have
can
it
watch
here.
there.
Okay,
And the
cool.
audience going to see it on the screen?
Yeah,
They will
yeah,
see
they'll
it
see it
on
on the
Yeah?
screen.
We're good.
Okay.
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 So
Cool. So
can you
we
give us a
gotta
little breakdown of how your show
synchronize
runs?
this, or
Okay, so basically, as I said, Chophouse Pod is basically me and Mikey. I will go on the internet, find things that have either amused me, irritated me, frustrated me, and I bring it to the Chophouse table and I play them to Mikey, and then we discuss it. Sometimes some videos can be just really stupid, just really silly stuff. Sometimes they can be a little bit more serious. And then sometimes they can be really silly, but we end up having a serious conversation from it. So it's just like the table is open for any type of discussion.
And sometimes there's a theme. Like the theme might be on misogynistic situations. Or he had a wicked one which was so challenging. What was it? Toxic Olympics.
We had the Toxic Olympics.
So it's on the YouTube. You can check it out. And it was Toxic Olympic men, Toxic Olympics women.
Yep.
And
So
whoa.
that doesn't even make sense. Toxic women.
Oh, okay.
And there you have the problem.
Oh, wow.
You've let the sparks fly. Bruv,
Let's
remember,
go.
I'm sitting over
The
here.
gloves
You're
are
not.
off. The gloves are off.
Innit? Oh, my gosh. All right. So really, the truth is, I don't know what's on there just as much as you guys. Yeah.
That's it. So that is how it works. The only person that knows what's coming up is I know what's coming up.
Okay.
And Mikey sees it for the first time.
Okay.
As
And then
will
we
you guys.
discuss.
So we're all Mikey, Jay.
You're all
Yes.
Mikey.
Hello.
Hi.
You are my thoughts.
Hi, Mikey.
That was Andrew Tate. If you're not familiar with Andrew Tate, he's been a kind of big personality on the internet, a part of the so-called Red Pill community. And most recently, he was banned from a lot of the platforms, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, for what they were saying were hate crimes and misogyny. I think his voice is really annoying. That's number one. I've got to get that out of the way. However, I feel like he had some valid points in what he was saying.
That's what was a bit troubling.
Yeah. But here's
Yeah.
the thing. A broken clock is right twice a day.
Fair play.
And I think what he was saying in terms of the platforms aren't taking responsibility for the algorithms, in my opinion. Okay, so Andrew Tate and people like him go online, they say all of this stuff about women and bitches and this, that, and the other, and what not have you.
Yeah.
But then the algorithm pumps that in your timeline. Everybody's seeing it in your timeline. But then you're penalizing the guy for saying the things, but you're there pushing it out. And to me, I'm like, that's where you give the guy a valid point. And also, I just don't think we should be censoring people like that.
Ooh. So what do you want us to say right now?
You have to say your opinion.
You chime in.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think misogyny isn't taken seriously. I'm glad that these platforms finally done the right thing and shut him down.
Yeah.
I think it should have happened sooner, to be honest. And I just think that it's just not really taken seriously. That's why the content like this is able to spread. And I'm not like everyone. I don't agree in anti-censorship. I'm not like everyone shouldn't have censorship. I think there are some dangerous, harmful people out there. I think he's one of them. And yeah, he crossed the line. He crossed the line too many times. Do you know what I mean? And I think I agree. Yeah, he should have been shut down sooner, to be honest.
Why is he blaming the algorithm for what he said? Where's the responsibility? Can I understand that? Because the algorithm works by what you click on. That's how the algorithm follows
So
you.
they say,
That's
yeah.
if you don't turn off your cookies, if you don't click yes, no, reject, decline, then you're going to get all the following and all the robots and everything saying this is what you like, this is what you like. If you don't do that, why are you blaming the system?
But I
don't
think-
say what the Don't say those things.
I think what the problem was that he was saying, like in what I saw, was that he was saying, when people do badness to me, I flag it up and say I'm getting death threats and all of that. But the algorithm doesn't take into consideration the notion of what he does, how he does it, but then at the same time, he has to take a responsibility of what he says, and he has to take a responsibility of making sure what he says is right.
Yes.
And then the other
Yes,
companies
he does.
aren't looking after him when he's speaking
Yes, he does.
his voice.
He does.
He's speaking his
He
truth.
needs to monitor
Yeah,
what
karma's
he's
a
saying,
bitch,
yes.
innit?
Yeah,
That's what I think
basically.
is interesting, is that it's turned inwards on itself. The whole thing is turning in on itself.
And also
That's what I
as
found
well,
challenging
can I just
about it.
say as well, I hate the fact that when these, I'm going to call them crazy people, because I do think he's actually crazy, you know, these things happen to them, they get banned. They're always held up as like some example that, oh, you know, he's got points. Other people have points. Why is his example the point? No, he's a bad man.
He just
He's
has
been
an
saying
opinion.
bad stuff about women, oppressing them. That's what
We
he's
shouldn't
doing.
drive. That's
so,
what man said.
No.
Women shouldn't drive,
doesn't-
guys.
They shouldn't drive. They deserve to be raped. There's videos of him beating women. Do you know what I mean?
It's
He doesn't
insane.
have points. He's a horrible man.
See,
He's a different example.
So I agree with you, but I feel like there's a different thing at play here, where he's playing a game where all he's after, and
the
he's
clicks.
won because we're talking about him now.
Yep.
All he's after is the attention. So
Yeah.
he doesn't care how he gets that attention.
And the algorithm doesn't care,
Yeah.
and that promotes the platform that they're on.
And I think there's another thing, because we talk about the algorithm, but I think also us as human beings also have to take some responsibility, because I think sometimes as humans, we kind of lean towards the drama as opposed to leaning towards, you know, happy, clappy, this is really joyous stuff. Like, we like drama, we like beat.
Shade
so
room.
we click on Shade Room. That's why the Shade Room's so popular.
Shade
and
room.
so we also have to look
As in the
inwards.
negativity.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
have
the
to look inwards and be like, why are we drawn to this negativity? Like, why when he releases a video, are we going to watch it and share it and talk about it?
I was going to ask quite a challenging question, but
Go
I don't
on.
know.
I don't know
Are
about
we
that.
are the audience involved? Shout,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, shout involved.
Yeah,
yourselves.
please do. So I do not, hey, let me just say this now. I don't believe this, but I'm asking it just as open. And I'll do this with Russ. I'll probe him sometimes and be like, Russ, what do you think of it? Is there people out there that he is serving?
Absolutely.
And is that the thing that should matter in terms of groups? And even though we know it as hate, even though we know it as problematic,
What? Are you
That's just what I'm
justifying
saying.
misogyny?
no, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying it as a question, just to the group, that there are people that he serves, and what does that mean? Because then we shut down all of the people that he serves, or should we be turning him to change those people? What is the answer?
In our society, it's a crime. So you've got to shut it down.
So how do we talk to those men as well? Because now, the reason why I mention that is because now those men are thinking that is our martyr.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why
my
I asked that
position
question.
on it. That's exactly my position on it. I'm like, actually, when you shut down somebody who has a tribe of people, and there's millions of them who follow him, you give them martyrdom status. And then there's no counter
This
as
is
well.
my-
because
that's
he
why I
can
asked the
go to
question.
his own website, and he's done that. He's done his last statement. It was literally like, I am the most famous man in the world at this moment.
get out.
He did all of that shit,
Sounds
and that's
like a
because
psychopath.
he's been revered from being banned.
Yes.
And banning him isn't the thing. It's like, it is about the algorithm. It's like, why were we being fed and pumped his clips constantly? Because he isn't on any of those platforms properly. It's people taking his videos
And repurposing
clipping it,
them, yeah.
and sharing it. So
Yeah.
really, it's on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok
Because
for
people...
constantly pumping that.
Okay, let me ask the
So he
audience.
takes
Yeah,
no
let's take it to the
Let's
accountability.
see the audience. Show of hands again. Who thinks Andrew Tate should be banned? Clearly, put your hand clear. Be proud.
Yeah. It was funny when you spoke about the nudes, someone's hand was like this because they didn't want to...
So who thinks he shouldn't be banned and freedom of speech runs? Hey.
Wow.
You see, it's interesting, right?
Okay,
No, but
It's interesting.
Can we
It's
get
mainly-
someone who's
mainly
for his
male
banning and someone who's not,
as well.
who's against his banning, to give a quick summation as to why you think he should be banned?
Anyone want to do that?
Take my mic. Be proud. Say it with your chest.
Got a guy at the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
State your name as well so that we know who you
Yes,
are.
thank
Who
Please.
you are, your dress, your...
State your name, cuz.
State
Depends
your
what you
name.
say. You can be anonymous. You don't have to say your name.
No, it's
you do,
fine.
you do.
My name is Richard. Nice to meet everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Richard.
Simply put, some of the stuff you were spouting, I wouldn't be happy for my nephews to hear that and go and repeat it outside my house. And we've all grown up with like fathers that would clip your ear if you spouted some of this nonsense while he was talking in the house.
Could you speak up just a little bit, please?
I wouldn't want my nephews listening to his content and saying that outside the house when I'm not there. So if it's not good enough for my nephews, it shouldn't be good enough for anyone else. That's it. Like, we were raised better. We know that.
Feel you.
Thank you. And
Thank
for
you.
someone who thinks that Andrew Tate should not be banned because freedom of speech, if
Yeah,
you wanna,
yeah?
put your hand up clear.
Oh, yes, someone over there?
Are you looking? She...
No. Speak. He's got the mic.
I
Go
didn't
for
see.
it.
Sorry.
I'd say the only reason he shouldn't be banned, only reason he shouldn't be banned is because then you remove the ability for people to criticize him directly on his own page. But you can obviously criticize him elsewhere as well. But even if you ban him, he's still got his own platform. He's still got a way to communicate with people. I don't know, it's a really tricky one, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where
I
I'm
think-
at. And I
I
think I
don't
said
know,
that
man.
before. For me personally, when you ban these people, they just go underground or they go on their own platforms. You can't manage what they're doing.
Yep.
The responsibility does lie with the people that run these platforms.
Yes.
If everyone remembers when it was COVID, you couldn't put a negative thing out there about COVID
Yes.
without something coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, sensitive content. Oh, maybe maybe incorrect information. You couldn't do that. But these people are able to say what they want to say on these platforms with minimal intrusion, minimal, restrictions against them. I think what needs to happen is these platforms need to look at how they're managing that type of content.
Definitely.
More. It is about the algorithm, but it's also about how they manage these things.
Yeah.
But then
Banning him
but then
is not going to help.
Where's his responsibility?
accountability?
No, I'm not saying that he shouldn't be accountable. He should, but man like him's never going to be accountable because he said what he said, and he said it with his full chest.
Yeah,
and
he
he'll
did.
say it again and again and
So
again, and that's what
therefore-
these people are like. Banning
But
them
there is a
banning
tribe.
him's not going to stop him.
There's a tribe
but
of men
There's always going to be. There's always going to be. But
and
just-
women.
Yeah, and women
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
That's why
There's
I'm
a lot
saying
of
I'm
women that
thinking,
support what he says.
Yeah, there is.
Are there women in here that support Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels? Show yourself.
Oh, wow,
Are you-
Kevin Samuels.
They're really going to show themselves now.
Show
innit?
yourself now.
Kevin Samuels just got heat for no reason.
Why
Like,
did-
we're
why
not
did
even
Kevin
talking
throw
about
him
Kevin
I'm just
Samuels.
bringing him in.
Did you say for no
R.I.P.
For
reason?
no
Oh,
reason.
no. In this context.
No,
Like,
stand your
Kevin
ground, stand your
Samuels-
ground, man.
Chill,
Don't
man,
let her
chill.
talk to you like that.
Bruv, there are 4 of them. I am one,
Hey, don't be
and there's a
scared.
balcony. Bruv, you don't care about my life. I've realized he says stuff on the pod. I'm like, bro, there is too much being said there that people and if my head goes like this, then you agreed.
Yeah.
Have you realized 2022 is cancelling season?
Listen,
this is not that
it's
time.
a safe space. We should be able to say what we feel.
Say what you're saying.
It's
So
not
you're
that
saying
safe.
Kevin Samuels is your God.
Huh?
What? Wait.
Did you not
How
hear
did that happen?
Hey!
Man
How did
said
that-
That's what
Kevin
we heard.
Samuels is your idol.
That's what we heard.
Okay, guys, it's been wonderful.
Thank you so very much. There's drink. Where's the drink? The drinks are over there. Mine is whatever's strongest. Thank you. Wow.
All right, next. Do you
have
have
another
another
one?
story for us?
Okay, all right.
Do you have
so
another story for us?
We got another one. So I'm going to paraphrase that because obviously the sound was a bit patchy. So that was from the 90s Baby podcast. That was the actor Tom Muche, and he was talking about a time when his dad thought that he had stole £30. And so he just decided that it was him that stole it. So he came into his room, burst the room open, went to his Xbox 360, opened it up, took the CD out, snapped the CD, and just flipped out and started breaking CDs. Obviously, he's upset because a lot of them CDs don't belong to him. Some of them are from Blockbuster, some of them are from his friends, okay? That's how far we're going back. Now, the stepmom in the situation is clocking the situation and is like, I actually think the sister has taken the money. So she goes to the sister and she says, have you taken the money? His sister starts denying it, but they can all see that she's lying. So the mum goes and counts her money and sees that she's £30 up. And so she presents the sister as like, no, she's taken the money. So obviously this time the dad has done pure carnage in his room, yeah? And so the stepmom says to the dad, are you not going to apologize? And he said no. He said no, flat out. And it just, when I watched it the first time, it just struck me. I was just like, how many of us have got a story of, I'll say African parent, because I'm talking from my, to preach at the back. How many of us have got a story from an African parent where they just refuse to apologize?
I mean, I refuse to apologize to my daughter all the time.
Oh, serious?
Wow.
Like-
See, that's where I was coming to, because also, for those of us as parents.
Right. What it is, basically, let me explain. So, what will happen is, say like something goes missing in the house, or I'm looking for something and I can't find it, and I'm like, where is that thing? You had that thing. Da, 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 da. And then like, I might find the thing. I'll be like, well, that's because you don't tidy up. Like, it's hard. It's hard. I do apologize, but sometimes it's hard.
You know, it's the levels of how much you've gone off on them. Because then it's like, oh, mate.
But then you do the black thing, innit? You're like, would you like some food?
That's the thing. You want to hug, but I love you though, innit? This is just making you. I'm like, this is a love slap. It's learning. It's lessons.
A love slap.
Yeah, man. It's a virtual love slap. I've berated you. Once you can take it from your mum, go outside in the streets. No one can touch you.
So
That's it.
This is character building for life, then, is what you're saying.
Training and development.
So,
guys.
okay, so I've got a question then. Is there a level of trauma that sits with that, though?
Oh, Mikey.
The notion. Well, come on. We're here to pod.
It's a valid
We're here
question.
to pod.
We joke about it, but it's a valid question.
Yeah, is there a level of trauma? Because I know that there could be a circumstance where that does carry on. The notion of, fam, you're being too, you want to stay right and you're wrong.
Yes.
You get me? You want to stay right and you're wrong.
Because you can be...
I think that's
Go
right.
on.
Yeah, I do think that's right. I can't think of one time that any of my parents have ever, actually anyone elder has ever apologized.
Wow.
Yeah, so aunties,
Let me ask you a
uncles,
question
parents.
quickly. How are you at apologizing?
I will only apologize.
There you go.
Do you want food?
No,
It was
no,
the only-
I will actually apologize and say, if I say I'm sorry to you, then I absolutely mean it, but only if I'm wrong. If I'm not wrong, I'm not apologizing.
So-
100%.
so if some-
and
the
also
problem.
as well, we have to take a lot of things into context as well. Do you know what I mean? So age is one of them. So if you're my niece and nephew and you're younger, the dynamic might not allow for that.
Oh, wow.
Right.
100%.
So this is the question. Has that been passed down? Or is this something that you hold as an opinion of your own?
I think that it's been passed down. I've adapted because I can actually physically apologize. So I've adapted to my environment, you know, but yeah, it's a big thing for me. And also as well, receiving an apology. If I don't receive an apology, if you've wronged me, I could cut you off.
So
for
isn't
life.
that an interesting dichotomy
100%,
there, right?
yeah.
Because it's something you wish to receive, but to give is a bit...
But I hold it in high regard. Do you know what I mean? So if I do it for you, then do you know what I mean? Like it's work. It's like I'm going against my nature.
People are
to do
privileged
this, you know what I mean?
to be...
To get an apology.
Yes.
Yeah.
I struggle with people I do struggle when people find it hard to apologize to. Because I will say sorry. I will say sorry to my daughter. I'm gassed. I will say sorry to her if I've done something wrong, especially if I've gone off. And it was like, oh, damn. But I do struggle when people find it. It's that thing, like what you were saying about who's in the wrong? Who believes that they were wrong?
Right. That's
Like,
the other question.
Where is the line? Like, you were wrong to me, but that person thinks they weren't wrong.
And it's a lens. Someone has a
It's
lens.
like,
They have a
whoa,
perception
bro,
of how
you were
treat
wrong
them.
to me. Say sorry, innit? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, this one's hard. Because I feel like, because I never received a sorry, and there was plenty of times where I think my mum should have said sorry.
Yeah.
If I know I'm wrong, I will say sorry to the boys, and I'll explain it. Like, just, I lost my temper. I'll put my hands up. I want them to be super emotionally intelligent. So that's the work I'm doing. So I want them to pass that on.
Yeah,
Right.
So I'll say sorry.
Yeah.
And I'll feel shit sometimes walking away, like, oh, you idiot, you probably shouldn't have. They're just little boys. But because I want them to be like great men. So I'm like, I'm going to say sorry at this because I want them to be like, I've mucked up and I'm going to say sorry. I don't want them to carry that on because I remember when my mum would blame me for shit. She never went mad like Tom Mucci's dad, but she could just blame me and it wasn't me. And it's just like, yeah, I would like when she found out that it was my brother, usually it was him, that she said sorry to me and she never did. It was kind of like, it's both of you because you're his little sister. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think what I do with my daughter is like I do explain things. So I'm joking when I say I don't like apologize, whatever. I do like we'll have like deep conversations and I'll explain things to her, because she wants to know reasons why. It's not just because I said so.
Yeah.
I have to explain things. We have to have a conversation. So that's stuff that I probably didn't get growing up. But that's fair because if you look at like where our elders came from, they didn't get that either. So I kind of understand where they come from. Like my mum now in her older age.
I don't know.
Do you not think so?
It's
No,
about
do you
being...
know what? I was thinking about this, but I was listening to this podcast. What was it called? I can't remember. But anyway, and they were talking about bad parents. I think it was Call Me Daddy, strangely. But yeah, it was just...
What type of podcast are you listening to?
Nah, Call Me Daddy is a big podcast. It's a big podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
But she was talking to this
Isn't it
woman...
Call Her Daddy? Is it Call Her Daddy?
Call Her Daddy, that's
Yeah.
it, sorry.
I don't listen to it.
Freudian.
Where was your head?
I don't.
But anyway,
I don't have time.
Insight
Moving
into
on.
Auntie Sade's mind.
Moving on. She was talking to this therapist who basically had written this book about bad parents and toxic parents.
Oh,
and
yes, I know
stuff.
the book
Yeah,
you're talking
do you know
about,
what I mean? So, yeah, like
I
we're
know the book.
almost taught that they don't know any better or because of their circumstances
Excuses.
and the reason and the thing. And it's just like, no, you do. You
It's-
just
I
chose
think some of
not
them
to.
don't, you know. I
But-
think some of them don't.
But I really want to just, I don't know how much time we got, but I really want to
do
kind
have
of,
to wrap up.
I really want to kind of lead on Nana's point. It's about being the example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's unfortunately the circumstance that our parents didn't have, specifically from an African point of view, is that my dad would always say to me, do you think I could talk to my dad like this?
I say that. I
Listen,
say that to my
that's
kids
not
now.
African
Right?
thing.
That's a
So,
black
so
thing.
That's
that
a
means
black
so
thing.
so that means they made a leap.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like that's what I think is super powerful. They made a leap, so now it's for us to make that other leap. So, sweetheart, you have to learn how to do the this turn. Yeah. Sorry. S
I'm
O.
already adapted. I'm good.
Okay,
On that
cool.
note,
I'm
we
good.
do have to wrap up, but I want a quick show of hands. Apologise to your kids, or not apologise to your kids. Apologise to your kids.
Oh, you're a good parent.
Well done.
good
Be
people.
the example.
You're good
Clap for
people.
yourself. Clap for
Amazing
yourself.
group.
Liars.
We've got to move on. Chophouse, guys. Thank you. Where can
Thank you
people
for
find
having
you and
us.
listen to you?
You can find us on YouTube, Meant to Excel Digital. We are there. Follow us on Instagram, Chophouse Pod. And yeah, man, thank you.
Thanks
Thank you
very
so
much,
much,
Evan.
Mikey and
Thank
me.
Thank you.
Louder, louder, louder. Thanks, guys. Okay, so seeing as we were talking about parenting, it's actually really, really good that our next guest is kind of like doing really great things when it comes to helping people learn to co-parent. Our next guest, welcome to him to the stage, is Aaron Dale, host and creator of Raising Boys to Men podcast.
Yo, fellas, y'all ready to do this?
Whatever you like.
Wherever you feel comfortable. There is a setup, but wherever you sit, you're in trouble. Wow.
Oh,
Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it.
Get close. Let's get close.
Can
All
you hear
right.
me, yeah?
Everybody here? Okay. Please tell us what you do on a day-to-day and about your wonderful podcast.
On a day-to-day.
On a day-to-day, fam.
All right. So I work for the government as a senior investigation officer.
And I
See, you were
wasn't-
shocked. I saw the
wasn't
mouth
expect-
open. I
I
saw the
was
mouth
not
open.
expecting that. And I got
I'm not
super
giving
scared.
no more info because I have to kill you.
Yeah,
But-
I got scared.
but-
I'm scared.
But, yeah, so I work for the government.
I want to
Okay.
be exempt from whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah.
we don't want
Right.
to pay taxes.
Yeah, if there's any way, like I really do think that black people shouldn't pay tax. Like I think that should be a
100%.
form of
Yeah,
reparation.
100%.
Can I just say, I got no control over tax. Yeah?
No, you mentioned government. You're
Yeah,
now to
government.
blame. Okay,
As you
go
open
on.
that
Tell
door.
us about your podcast, please.
So the podcast, Raising Boys to Men podcast, is basically me on my own, but also with my eldest, who's 15. And we just have honest conversations about me being his dad. I've got 2 children from 2 separate relationships. And I'm with neither parent. No judging.
Oh.
I know. It went silent then. It went silent
No,
then.
I just wanted to cause drama, honestly.
So I'm a big advocate for healthy co-parenting. I don't think there's perfect co-parenting, but I think healthy co-parenting does exist. And there's certain things we can do in order to create that kind of environment. So that's what my platform's all about.
Cool.
So you've gone viral a couple of times.
A few.
Yeah.
A few.
A few. Are you surprised at the reaction to your content?
No. I don't want that to sound big-headed, but I feel like it's a topic that's not discussed enough, but so popular. And I think sometimes we can feel quite ashamed when relationships don't work out and we have single parents. Like, for example, at my workplace, none of them knew, they probably know now, but none of them knew that I wasn't with my children's mum. And they probably thought both my children had the same mum.
Yeah.
Because what they would do is ask, how are the kids?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, my kids are fine. Oh, how's your partner? Oh, my partner's fine. But they're not.
Right.
They're not connected. And I wasn't going to correct them and say, oh, just so you know,
Yeah.
this is what's happened.
Right.
And da-da-da. So, yeah, I feel like it's a topic that's not touched on enough. And from the feedback, it's something that a lot of people are going through.
What's been one of the topics that's had the biggest response?
There was one that got like 3 million views on TikTok, and that was where I was talking to my eldest about child support.
Wow.
I feel like, yeah, I see in the eyes. Yeah, I was just having an open conversation with him about it, because I feel like it's easy for children to assume that dads don't really do anything, like mum covers everything financially. Okay. Yeah, not that, just in terms of like, mum covers everything pretty much because the mum lives with the son. So to have that conversation with him, although he knew already, it was to open his eyes up to the fact that just because I give your mum money doesn't mean it's for you.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's not for him to have trainers. He can't turn to his mum and say, Mum, you know what? I know Dad gives you X amount per month. Can I have some new trainers? There's no control over what my child's mum does with that money. The reason why I think it went viral is because I think a lot of men have the mindset that if I'm giving you money, I need to see where that money's going.
Yep.
Yeah, that money needs to go on, I don't know, clothes for my child or whatever, when really it's to compensate you for everything you're doing.
Yeah.
It's to go back in your pocket.
Exactly. Water,
Electricity.
shopping.
Especially if we're talking about
everything.
rises in energy and all of that, yeah. Whereas a lot of the men that commented, well, quite a few men didn't agree.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I just want to probe a little bit more.
Of course, do your thing.
Into your business.
Into my business.
Yeah, like just, you know, do you have a partner? Because I see the comments on your page, Aaron.
Are they thirsty?
There's a lot of girls
they
that
thirsty?
are like,
Aaron,
they're dipping in there. Do you have a
I'm
partner?
purposely trying to avoid that topic on the platform, but I don't. No.
So you're single?
I'm now single.
What did you do?
Wow.
I just want to
you
ask
see
questions.
that?
Wait, I'm just asking a question.
It's just
You can take it how you want.
It's just a question. I was just like, I didn't know, but I just thought, because I see people asking and he never replies.
I never reply. No.
Yeah,
no.
so I was like, I'm going to ask
because you know what? If I announced that I was single, I feel like there'd be men that are like, oh, he's just doing it to get women. So it's like no one needs to know because that's not why I'm doing it. But yeah, to be 100% honest, I'm not going to reveal why it didn't work out. It wasn't my fault either, for the record. But like real talk, the platform had a part to play in it.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
This exposure.
I think there was some insecurities because when you look at the platform, 75% of the followers are female.
Okay.
And I don't know how you would respond, but if you're looking in the comments and you see other women saying, oh my God, to your man, I love you, I wish that my baby dad was like you, oh my God, it can make some people, it can be a lot. Even though I'm not, again, I don't comment back a lot of the times because, again, I don't want to encourage,
obviously,
I don't want to,
There was some giggling in the background.
Yeah.
Who wants to say
Who's responsible?
something? You're giggling.
You're probably the reason the relationship broke up.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, where is it? It was probably your comment. Yeah.
And she's admitting it with your chest. Go on. Oh, no, finish.
Okay, but yeah, so as the aunties, we love getting into dilemmas, and I think we're great at giving people really good advice. So I just want you to share a couple of dilemmas with us that comes into your DMs so we can get into some parenting advice. What's one of the biggest?
You know, one I'll throw out, to the audience as well, is 3 months too soon to introduce your partner to your children?
Ooh. Guys, get your thinking caps on. We will come to you. Aunties, give a quick answer.
I feel like 3 months is.
Too soon?
Too soon, yeah. I think 3 months is too soon. I think you should establish a relationship outside of, like, your parenting stuff with your kids. They shouldn't meet this partner yet. I don't think 3 months is enough time. Maybe about a year. I think you should be really solid in, I'm in love or falling in love and this guy is secure or woman is secure, and then you do the intro. I think 3 months is too soon for that.
I think 3 months is too soon. I might struggle with a year just because of the reality, especially if you are already like a single parent going into something. I don't know what the mark is. 6 months sounds like too easy down the middle, but I think 3 months is too soon. There has to be an element of comfortability, trust, understanding,
So what are you going
knowledge.
with? So what are you going with?
What's the
I
time?
don't know. You know me and decisions. Come on now. Okay, I'll go with 8.
8 months.
I'm lying. I'm just saying 8.
I think 3 months is too soon, but at the same time, I think that there's, times when it might be fine. Because there are people that get married after 6 months, aren't there? There's always like the one-off thing. Me personally, for me, 3 months is too soon because there's this great comedic saying that says that person could be crazy deranged. You could be meeting their representative.
Yeah.
Everyone puts their best foot forward first, don't they?
Yeah.
Like 3 months, there's not much you've really done in 3 months. Unless this is fucking Love Island, sorry, I swear. Unless this is Love Island and you're like with each other every minute of every single day, you're not really going to get to know that person.
Yeah.
And then for me to make you meet my child and for my child to form a relationship with you in 3 months, that's too soon for me. But there's also always going to be like the odd one where it works out.
I don't know. Like, I think it feels like it's too soon. It does feel like that. However, I want to know very early on how that person is around the children.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if they pick up something, or if I see something, I don't want to be a year deep and then my emotions are clouding my judgment because he's a good man and this, that, the other kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And I want to make it work because I've invested so much time already. But I think there is a stigma, especially with women, about introducing children to a new partner too soon and too frequently. Do you know what I mean? I think that is a stigma. So it's a difficult one.
The stigma is also, there's stigma and there's also the reality where children, especially if they feel, because society doesn't allow for it to be normal to be a single parent or to have an absent parent in the home, whether it's the dad or the mum. So that missing hole that society creates, and sometimes the void isn't there, but because society has imposed that on the child, connecting with someone frequently is damaging to the child, I believe. So there has to be some real control from the adult, like, if you know that you're not just picking guys or picking girls and it's just not serious, you cannot introduce them to your children on a whim. There's something in that I think is beyond stigma.
Before I go in, do you want to take a vote?
That sounds like judgment.
But society is real. You can't separate what happens in society from your child. Unfortunately, children are susceptible. We can change it, but there's a reality to even just as us as friends connecting with someone and you fall out. There's emotional turmoil that comes to that.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Shall we take a vote from the audience?
Yes. What's the vote?
It's 3 months too soon.
It's 3 months too soon. Raise your hand.
Ooh. That's a yes.
Pretty much the
And
majority.
That every hand.
It's 3 months not too soon?
And who's unsure?
Okay, let's
The
get
majority was 3 months is too soon.
Does anyone have anything to say on it? Like a quick statement?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Please,
Might come
welcoming
around to you
Sheila
one
to
sec.
the stage. Sheila.
Sheila.
Go Sheila.
Go
Oh,
Sheila.
Sheila. Another excuse to sing.
I would just say, in terms of the 3 month thing, I think that it's under which guise you introduce the child. Like, it doesn't have to be, this is my lover and this is going to be your new father or your new mother. Do you know what I mean? Like, you introduce your kids to your friends, and if it's someone that you have in your life that you trust up until that point, this is mummy's friend, this is daddy's friend, and it doesn't have to be anything more than that. And also, I think that, like, kids are a lot more resilient than we give them credit for, and they're a lot more intuitive than we give them credit for. And so if they're able to see like, oh, like this is a kind-hearted person, your child might give you the decision that you need to make on whether that person is right for you or not. Because if that child doesn't warm to that person, that child knows something. That child's probably been here before.
100%.
True. We've got time for one more?
I think it depends on the circumstances that you meet them under. Say, for instance, you meet them at the same time that you're with your child, then how can you just avoid that, like, later on? It should be something that comes along with it. And I agree with her. You don't have to be saying, yo, this is my man to your child. That, you know, this is a friend. Keep it simple. Don't be sort of mixing, you know, intimate time when you're with your child and stuff like that. And make sure you keep it separate. And then that way they don't know until you're sure. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think 3 months is too early. I just think it just depends on the circumstances and definitely the type of relationship that you've formed at the beginning. I think frequency, though, is definitely the issue. I don't think it's whether you meet somebody and you love that person and you marry that person, you stay with them for however long. But if you keep meeting somebody every year, that child's going to be like, yo, mum, I don't want to meet your next man.
That's what I was going to say, because you can have a lot of friends.
Thank you.
But I think it does come down to, I think sometimes we get so caught up on a number, like we hear 3 months and we're like, oh no, too soon. But what's happened within those 3 months? Because one of you said a year. I think someone played it safe. If within that year you're seeing the man, I don't know, once or twice a month, yeah, over a course of a year.
Okay.
But in those 3 months, you're pretty much seeing that person every day. Yeah? You can experience a lot more in a short space of time than someone that's been together for longer. For example, I've waited a year before to introduce a woman to my child, and vice versa. That relationship dead now. Yeah? My son's mum, I think it was 3 or 4 months. The man met my son. They're married. They've been married for like 5 years now. So I think sometimes we get so caught up on the number and it doesn't help. Like if I said, does anyone here play an instrument?
No.
Yes.
Show your talents now. Who plays an instrument?
We play the triangle.
I play the triangle. Can I just say...
So nothing serious
wait,
now.
you've asked, now I've got to finish.
Oh.
The drums, the violin, and the triangle.
You cannot
Hold
play
on a second.
Is that
We're
real?
talking about now, not when you were 9.
It's like riding a bike, guys.
the recorder.
And the recorder.
Yeah.
How long did it take you? Are we serious though?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
You
They're
can't
not serious.
All right. The drums, because did you say the triangle?
Did you miss
Triangle.
Did you say the triangle?
Did you just do that to the triangle?
So the drums, yeah, it's a bit more complicated. How long did it take you to learn the drums?
About 6 months.
So would you say it will take all of us 6? I'm going to run with it. Let me just run with it. Let me entertain her. So would you say it would take everyone here 6 months to learn the drums?
No,
obviously not, right? Yeah. So it would depend on how many lessons you're having within that time frame, right?
Yeah, of course.
Same thing if we're talking about meeting someone's child. Like you can't just look at, oh, within 6 months I'm going to be as good as you at the drums. Yeah,
You
probably
brought it
won't
back.
happen.
Thank you, Aaron.
Probably won't happen.
Yeah, I get
But
you.
if I'm practicing every day, I'm more likely to. So I just think sometimes let's not look at the number and let's look at what's actually happening within that time frame.
I feel you on that.
We like that.
Okay.
We like that.
Do we have time for one more?
Do we have time for one more? Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
It's more of a, yeah, so I had someone come into my DMs and say, my child's dad is going to introduce him to his new partner, yeah, and you're a big advocate of blended families and everyone getting along, but how can I get along with this woman when she's the one that he left me for?
Ooh.
How do I get on with the woman that he left me for?
Oh.
How do I get on
Ladies, don't go quiet.
with the woman he left me
For.
a whole me
I knew he was going to be stumped with
for?
one.
And she don't play the drums.
She plays other things.
She don't. Whoa, Auntie Farah.
I don't know. You know what? Okay. So I want to be like, I'm the bigger person. I want to be like, no, I do.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's two sides to
Want
me.
You want to be.
There's
Want
two-
to
you wanna be.
There's
Yeah.
two sides
Want.
to me. I would like to be like, I'm the bigger person. I feel like in reality, I would be the bigger person. And I would be like, how are you? Are you okay? I'd make her feel, like, kill her with kindness.
Kill her with kindness.
Make her feel so uncomfortable to be around me. Because, I feel like I'd do that. But then the other part of me feels like I'd want to slap her in the face every time I see her.
And we're talking about the child's meeting this person as well.
So that's why I feel like I'd have to be the bigger person. Because they're together now, right? She's going to be around, right? I don't want my kid to see any kind of, like, negativity. I'm not about that. So that's why I feel for the sake of my child, despite what I might feel inside, I would have to be the bigger person. But that doesn't stop me from giving her side eye.
I don't know. I'm a realist, right? And I can only judge myself from past behaviors and be honest with myself.
There we go.
It's never going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, we will never be friends. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah. But you don't have to be
That's
friends,
okay.
though.
No, we don't have to be friends. We don't have to be nice to each other. We don't necessarily even have to talk to each other unless it's absolutely necessary for the sake of the child. But it's mine and his child, not yours and his. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So there's that. And I just think, like, there also is a lesson there as well for the child also, because I know everyone wants to protect the children and everything like that, but sometimes it's just not possible. Sometimes people don't get on. Sometimes people are hurt by someone that you love, and then that love that they have is rubbed in your face on a daily basis, and sometimes that fucking hurts. Do you know what I mean? So you have to work through that. Yeah. You're only human. Yeah. We women need to stop that pressure of being this superhuman person that can just deal with anything when people have fucking taken the piss.
But it's
like, stop. And it's just reality. It's not the best answer, but it's reality.
I think that
was passion.
Serious.
No, I agree. And I do think some type of responsibility lies with the other woman in this. And I think to smooth this transition, there needs to be a conversation that I am not initiating, and I expect
between
other
the
person,
two women.
Yeah, between
Okay.
the other woman to come along and speak to me, and we have a dialogue so that we can have a peace, so that this new relationship with my child can happen. I'm not initiating it. I'm not going to be the bigger person. I think that the woman who has now, you've got the prize, you've got the man, like, however you want to take it. You've stepped into our family.
But wait. Where's the responsibility of the man? Where's the responsibility of the man?
I thought you were going to say the man
He
too.
can talk about it with her. But I'm not going to be the bigger person
He
in
needs
this.
to be the
But
judicator.
shouldn't he
He
be
can
the
come
one?
to me and be like,
what's
my
he
new
gonna
girlfriend
say?
is going to
Can
talk
I
to
just
you.
check something here? How did he leave me? Did he cheat on me?
Yeah, of course.
Did she know I existed? Did he lie to her? What's the scenario in this leaving me for her?
Well,
Was it
maybe
a-
that's the conversation.
but we should know this beforehand, because this will dictate my behavior.
Am I listening to him and listening to what he
No.
says?
We should have this. Listen, we'll have a sit down.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll have a
but
podcast
I'm not
about
calling.
we'll sit down
I'm
and
not
talk about
calling
it.
the sit down.
No,
I think
he
the other
should call the
woman,
sit down, 'cause he
the other
won't.
woman that's come in to our family, you've come in. I think you need to come with something.
I think the man
I think the man, because
it
It can be initiated by a man, but I want her. I want her to put her chest on
Straight
the
violence.
line.
Can I throw
No,
another?
because
Can I
what
just?
is- sorry.
to be, but it needs to be the man.
Wait.
Because
What are you going to say? You're going to sit down and look in each other's faces and say what?
I'm saying
She needs to explain what happened.
But he
happened?
should
Let's get
explain.
the truth.
He's the one that was in a relationship with you. He's
I
the
don't
one,
care. I want to hear her
He's
voice.
the one
If
that was
she
in a
knew- only
relationship
time
with
if
you.
she knew, if
He's
she
the one
knew.
that had any kind of loyalty towards
Why
you.
is she going to
It
be
should
honest?
him.
I just want to hear from her.
Is she gonna be honest?
Sisterhood.
No.
She's got no incentive.
There needs to be a conversation
Absolutely.
for sure.
Dead
I
done.
need to know what happened. Did he lie to her? Did she know?
No.
Or did he
you don't
cheat?
need to know anything. She's
I
gonna
need to
lie
know,
you.
'cause that
She's
would-
got no incentive
Guys,
to be honest with you.
okay, audience.
Is she gonna lie?
Absolutely
You
not.
like heated.
But can I ask something?
Go on, Erin. Sorry.
Do you need to give permission for the child to be introduced?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think
We
it's a
definitely-
conversation.
it's a conversation.
I think it's
Absolutely.
complicated.
So
It's
if you-
sorry, clarify the permission.
So if you're not interested in meeting this woman and having a sit down, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's going. So he's like, I'm going to introduce this person to our child.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not feeling this woman for everything that's happened.
You will never. I would
Yeah?
never. Me. I would never.
does he need to wait for you to be comfortable
Yes.
for that transition to happen?
Yes.
The truth is,
That
it
that
would be
comfortability
nice.
could take a year.
It would be
Yes.
nice. It would be nice, but the reality is that it's not going to
It's not gonna happen.
And then also as well, they will just lie to you. Do you know what I mean? And they will encourage the child to
Okay,
lie to
we
you
got-
as
It
well.
would be nice,
So-
but I think that the main thing is there has to be a conversation. He just can't be making my child meet some next woman. It has to
Without
be a
my
conversation.
permission. Are you mad, fam?
No, but you can't
Listen,
cloud your...
can we go to the audience, please?
I fully agree with all the points that are coming across.
Hold the mic up, please, my dear.
I fully agree with all the points that are coming across, but being devil's advocate and looking at it from both sides,
Yeah.
she don't owe you nothing. And in that
100%.
situation,
My point.
she's not going to business for you.
Exactly.
My
You hear that? She don't owe you
situation
nothing.
as the mother is the father needs to be held accountable.
Yes.
He needs to respect me, and he needs to respect the situation and make sure he comes correct. Because my only interest, once he's gone, is my child.
Yes.
I don't really business for her. You have to have that conversation with the man to make sure that he is coming correct when your child is around that woman, because you can't control that. You will not be able to control it. Once they go off and do what they're doing, they don't business for you. And that's reality, unfortunately. Obviously, you would hope there is some respect there, but as you were saying before, depending on how he left you, yeah, it's going to be a bit sticky. So,
I'm with you, 100%.
Okay, anyone else before? Okay, lady over there, please. Pass the mic, pass the mic.
Aloha, ladies.
Hello,
Thank you
hi.
for having me. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you
Hello,
for
everyone. It's complicated because I come from a single raised. My mom raised me singly. She very much gave my father the space to fuck up, to show me colors, to show me wagwan. So this is, in my opinion, the two questions are kind of similar because at the end of the day, your child is a human. They're going to be an adult. They may be your child, but they're going to be an adult in this bigger world.
Yeah.
So it is your responsibility as a parent to show them the realist of this world. No secrets, no behind closed doors and all this business, because that creates the trauma. That literally is creating the trauma. From one side, my mom didn't show me no man that she was talking to, never took me around any relationship. I feel like I don't understand romantic relationships because of the lack of seeing them. And then on the other side, I had my father who was running around showing me any and every woman that he was with, and also showing me him beating them as well. So do you see what I mean? Like, there is no way of protecting your child as you would like to think. You have brought them in this world, and all you can do is guide them through it. But you cannot protect them from what this world is. All you can do is show them the truth and hope that with that truth, they also show other people what the truth is as well.
Thank you. Thanks
I
for
hear
sharing.
you. Thank
as well.
you. Thank you.
Go on.
Aaron?
What you going to say?
No. Like, I feel like there should always be respect, yeah? So you should always be able to, if someone's fucked up, they fucked up, yeah? Let's own that, let's accept it, let's move on, but let's keep our focus on the child. And you are the child's mother, therefore there should always be a level of respect, and vice versa. Even if there's been disrespect, like, okay, we can't change that. We can now make it better going forward. But I feel like there should always be that kind of conversation. Like, I should be able to come to you and say, you know what? This introduction's going to happen. Like, because you can't control the introduction. You can't control whether or not it happens. So I'm coming to you and I'm letting you know it's going to happen. I'm now giving you the platform to have this conversation or meet this person if you choose to.
Okay.
I feel blamed, but we've got to wrap
But
up.
I think it's a convo.
It's a
If
convo.
the
It has
father
to.
or the mother is coming along and being like, I want to do this introduction, for the other parent to say, okay, I'm taking this on, and whatever their stipulations are, that's a negotiation. I don't think it should be a blanket. This introduction is taking place on the 22nd.
Whether you're there or
of
not. Yeah.
And no, it's a conversation.
Yeah.
And if the conversation is how it would be for me, I need to speak to the other person.
Where's hubby? Take note, just in case.
He ain't going nowhere. But if it was to happen, it's like, yeah, but I need to have a conversation with this person before this intro happens.
100%.
And I think that's fair, and that should be adhered to.
We've got to wrap up, unfortunately.
No,
Aaron,
that's cool.
can you tell us where we can find you and listen to you?
Instagram, TikTok, raisingboys_to_men. There's also the YouTube page. I don't know people's faces, but if anyone here is following or has DM'd me or I've had interaction with, thank you, honestly. Thank you for supporting, resharing, all of that. Thank you, honestly.
Thank you so much. What we're going to do now is allow you to go to the toilet and get a drink. Quickly, listen, don't do this. 10 minutes.
It's a 10-minute interval, guys.
Listen,
Literally.
and the fact that the Gemini is telling you it's 10 minutes.
It's a 5-minute interval.
Yeah.
It's a
So the
2-minute
Gemini's in the
interval.
room, it's a 5-minute interval. Everybody else, it's 10 minutes.
Okay, so we're going to play another little game. And for this one, I'd like to welcome...
Wait,
what?
We're going to play another little game. Woo!
Woo!
Wait,
Oh, okay.
one more time.
We're going to play another little game.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And for this game, I'd like to welcome back to the stage our guests, Aaron and Chop. House.
We need some fighting music. Sheila, we need some sound.
It's okay.
Oh, no, you don't. I'll see them going on.
Everybody got a mic? You two can share a mic.
Oh.
Let's have a mic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There.
See, he ran away from you.
Okay.
Move up, man. Why are you trying to squeeze me to the...
I thought Mikey was going to go there, but
I thought so too.
I feel separated.
She had a man split the
I don't know
women.
why you're trying to play hard to get, you know.
It's fine, it's okay.
Why are you trying to play hard to get?
It's fine.
It's okay.
Okay.
What?
Why are you trying to play hard to get?
So...
Wait, hold on. What's going on there?
Domestic.
In marriage.
22 years,
This
yeah?
dude's trying to chirp.
Domestic.
What? You know she's married.
Just send me my nudes, man.
He's thinking about it later.
I sent you nude. Nude types.
It's overdue.
Nude bra. I sent you
To
nude.
be fair, you need to send them out.
You do need to send the
You
nudes.
do, man.
Wait,
What's
okay,
your
we've already done this already. I'm going to say who.
We've done this.
Now you've got to know us. Who thinks Nana should send her husband nudes?
See?
Oh, you are hating.
Wow,
bro.
one
Thank you, bro.
person.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, anyway.
Guys.
Just to welcome you back, we're going to break it up a little bit and we're going to play a little game. And my game is Auntie Sade's favourite, Would You Rather?
man.
Well, actually, is it you that hates it?
I
get
hate it.
confused.
No, so do I.
Oh, see.
Oh, well,
I hate it too.
it's just so
Well,
hard.
look
Look at that. There's three
Well,
of us.
tough titty. It's my game and we're going to play. Okay, right. So would you
You're a
rather?
single child, by the way.
My titties are soft.
The rules are you have to say one. You can't be like, no, I'd rather
It's
not
so
say
oppressive.
anything.
It's
The
restricted.
rules of this game are oppressive.
It's not hard. Is it hard? Would you rather one thing or the other? It's not hard, is it?
Depends on what the
It's
questions.
not. Audience, is it hard? Thank you. It's really not hard. Okay, I'm going to go round the room and I need an answer.
So hold on, are we in teams? Is this team
Why are you looking
and
at
that
me?
team?
Why are you starting over here?
What's happening?
If you let me finish talking, you see, this is what, if you don't watch the podcast, this is what happens. I say we're going to play a game, I start, I get interrupted. We're just going to play a game, and I just need an answer from you, and it's really simple. Would you rather one thing, or would you rather something else?
It's
Real simple.
Is there going to be a winner?
There's no winner. This is just us getting to know you, and would you
You know she don't play them
rather?
That's
type
what
of
I'm
games.
saying. Oppressive and pointless.
Anyway, I'm moving on. Okay. Would you rather, I'm going to start with you, Auntie Sade, because you chat so much. Would you rather
Okay.
go to Carnival for a month straight, all expenses paid, or go to the festival of your choice, UK only, for a weekend, all expenses paid? And why?
Wait. She didn't say there was going to be a why.
I did, but you
Did
weren't
you?
listening. Yes, you have to explain
My
it.
bad. I
have
should
to
have
explain
stayed
it.
quiet. I should have stayed quiet.
Go on. Why? Quick.
Okay. The latter to a festival of my choice, probably a garage one. Because
Yep.
I love garage.
Yep,
All
yep.
expenses paid. I love that, like 100%. Carnival, although I love it for a month, no. No, thank you.
See, I personally hate garage, love Carnival. Anywho, Mikey, would you rather never have seasoned food or never be able to wash your meat and or fish before cooking?
That's not fair. That's not nice. That's not
Okay,
nice.
so
Yeah.
And we will judge
I
your
niced you up,
response.
innit? Did I nice you up?
We're
All
gonna
right.
judge your
All
response.
right. All right.
Where
We're
you
gonna
going,
judge
Mikey?
your
Where you
response.
going?
Okay. Go
But you know
ahead.
what? There's judgment on so many sides of these 2 points.
Yep.
Fam, I like my life. So I'm going to have to choose unseasoned food.
I mean, facts, to be fair. Did someone
Yeah,
say
because
no?
you want to wash it and all of that. Yeah,
Fam, my gut needs to be in functioning order. Hey.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm with you. I
Fair.
have to wash my meat. Like,
You're going to have to wash
fair.
it. Guys,
you could
do an
die.
audience challenge.
Audience, hands up. Would you rather have seasoned food or never wash your meat? Which one? Seasoned food, hands up. Unseasoned, sorry.
food. Unseasoned food, hands up.
Hands up. Never wash your meat.
It sounds rude.
That was
Never
yeah.
wash your meat sounds quite rude, actually.
You know what? But
Just
certain
put it out.
people don't wash their meat. And
I know.
All of you lot who eat outside,
They're
don't
living.
try it,
They're
fam.
thriving.
Listen,
They're thriving.
when I eat outside,
I think I'll be all right.
I have to switch off. I have to switch off. It's like when I use cutlery outside. I have to
Guys,
switch
just
off.
on a
'Cause if I
side
thought
note,
about
please
it,
wash your meat.
please wash your meat. All your meats.
All your meats.
like all men.
All of the meats.
You are nasty.
All the meats. Wash them.
Wash all the meats.
Inside and out. Wash them.
Please.
Anywho,
Wash the meats.
Something's
now your
happening.
turn.
What's
Would
I was gonna
you
say, men should wash their
rather
meat.
have your partner or your last partner dress you for a night out, or have to dress yourself in the gym lost and found clothes?
That's it, because I will never, if you know me, I will never put on the PE bag clothes. Never. The ex can dress me.
Okay. Audience, hands
And-
up for the X. Okay.
100%?
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you because I'm too scornful
Who would
to wear
pick gym
anybody
clothes?
else's
Though?
gym
I mean,
clothes.
who is picking gym
Because it could be,
clothes?
it could,
In the Lost and
It could
Found
just
one.
be-
It's that bad that you'll
and
wear
it's at the
stank.
gym.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
means they've been sweating.
Smarty clothes
Yeah, no.
because
Well,
your
you
ex
can't
is
wash.
that
You can't
bad.
wash them.
You can't wash them. You just have to wear them.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Your ex has to be real bad for you to
That's
go
pain.
choose that, you know.
Right, Aaron, your turn. Would you rather have to hug and kiss your ex 3 times on the cheek every time you saw them? Or would you rather have them walk up to you, look you dead in the eye, and ugly cry every time you saw them?
Can we get a demonstration of an ugly cry, please? Just for bands.
Wait.
There's no
They're ugly
questions to
crying.
question.
Why are they ugly crying? Because they
coming up
love
to you.
him?
Wait, who's ugly crying?
The ex.
Oh,
Every
wow.
time they come up
She's
to you,
ugly crying.
every time you see them, they're coming up to you and they're looking you dead in the face and ugly crying. Or would you rather have to hug them and kiss them 3 times?
No, let me see the
Every
ugly crying.
time.
Let me see the ugly
You want to see
crying.
the ugly crying?
Yeah.
Raw, you're
no, but
toxic.
no.
Aaron's
You said
toxic.
no.
Aaron's toxic.
See, set up.
Toxicity.
Set up. You said every time I see them. Yeah.
Every
Doesn't
time.
mean I might not see them.
No, but you're going to see
They're an
them.
ex for a reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you been
They're
watching?
ex for a reason,
are you
yeah?
with Maguire? Okay. She likes to change up the rules.
I wanna
Just
see the
answer
cry. I
question.
said I
You
wanna see the cry.
Okay, cool. You're toxic. Okay, no problem.
we got to move faster.
You're toxic. Okay.
She turned her
This
back
is
and
one for
everything.
both of you.
Oh,
Listen, we are
Well, no,
we
Joy,
are
You
individual
are.
people.
You are, man. You are.
We are individual
You
people.
are. You are. You are.
You're the couple.
Would you rather be stranded on a desert island for 6 months with everyone you've ever dated, not including each other, or by yourself for 6 years?
as in by ourselves together.
What was the first one?
No, by yourself. You've got one question.
Without him?
Without him.
For 6 years.
For 6 years.
Or everybody I've
Or
dated.
everyone you've ever dated,
For how
apart
long?
from him.
For how long?
6 months for everyone you've ever dated.
Oh,
or
I'm saying
6
everyone for
years
6 months.
on your own.
I'm doing 6 months.
For
6
real?
months, yes.
I'll do my exes.
Yeah.
I'm going to get someone back.
Ew.
You nasty.
Wow.
That's an easy
Yeah, that's
one.
easy.
We're going to figure it out by force.
I'm
Wow.
not gonna sit by myself for 6
She
years.
said by any means
Why would I do that to
necessary.
myself?
Some of them exes weren't meant to be exes.
Wow.
But some of them exes were meant to be exes.
But it doesn't
We'll
matter.
figure
There
it
was
out
loads
on the-
of them.
on the-
innit?
Loads
But
of
then
them.
it's just you on
But
an
it's
island
every
with
ex.
every single one of them.
Imagine
fine.
if you
All of
managed to
them.
get them
Yeah, that's fine.
to all get along
That's what I mean.
and they're all yours.
They're-
Six-
Seen Wonder Woman. That is me. The
Yeah.
Amazonian place with all the men.
No. There's all women
No, there's all
on the
women
island.
there.
But we can pick and choose our men, though. That's
There's
the
no
thing.
men on the
You
island.
get them in when you
Reference
want.
doesn't make
There is no
sense.
men
It
on
makes
the
sense.
island.
I'm in control of who comes in and out.
Literally.
We got to wrap up. I don't even know who answered properly.
And that is that on that, everyone.
Okay.
They were together.
We were seen as a couple, so we weren't seen worthy to have our own.
No, we have to wrap up. Blame Sheila.
It's Sheila.
Okay.
Well, she
Sheila.
wrap up.
She
Sheila said we had to wrap up.
Wrap up.
Okay, guys.
So on our show, what we have a section called Have You Heard, where we talk about news and culture and all good things happening in the world and on the internet. And our kind of question that we have today is about, unfortunately, a really sad story of the 9-year-old child that got shot in Liverpool. So, yeah, really tragic story. And there was a piece, I think, on Good Morning Britain where there was a conversation about it. And there's this guy called Andrew Tate, I believe, who basically kind of said that this crime happened because of the influx of black gangs in London. So we have a clip that we can watch, and then...
People have to be not afraid to say so. There is this particular problem with knife and gun crime with young black men.
And the problem is the victims.
And young white men. Exactly. It has nothing to do with... It's not correlated with race, absent the link with socioeconomic background.
It is an issue.
No offence, and people broke clear by saying no offence, but that's a deeply stupid thing to say. No, it isn't. Right? I'm afraid it is. Let me tell you why. No, let me finish, because if I'm going to say stupid, I'm going to support it, right? You go to different parts of the community, it's different ethnic minorities, it's white people, it is. There are gangs, depending if you go to the northeast, where you want to talk about fathers not present and baby fathers. There's a whole range and a whole complexion.
Bro.
So basically, my question is to the group, maybe a little bit of a controversial one, but do you think with like the rise in numbers of knife crime in general and crime and gangs and that sort of thing, do you think he has a point? Do you think he's bold and kind of brave to be saying that on TV, or do you think he's just sensationalizing the situation?
I think what he said, when he said it and how he said it, was purely disingenuous. It's just like, I have an opportunity to shit on the black community, and I'm going to use this opportunity. The young girl that passed away, unfortunately, she was white. The man that ran into the house, he was white. And the description that they've given for the gunman, he was white. So you adding and this bit about problems about young black boys in London, you're not adding anything to the conversation. All you're doing is showing us your true colours. I mean, Andrew Tate, we know what he's about anyway. But all you're doing is really showing us your true colours, showing us your hate, and how much you're annoyed and aggravated and frustrated by our sheer presence. Because I wouldn't even mind if I could look at this man and say, actually, you know what? This man has done X, Y, and Z to help knife and gun crime within the black community in London. But you're just there as a mouthpiece, just talking, and you showed your ass.
I can't say fairer than that. I mean, what are you talking about? There's definitely a problem with working class, white gangs and crime that is never spoken about, which actually could help to resolve the situation. Because it's always focused on black boys, black gangs in London, but we don't talk about the regions, we don't talk about the white gangs in London, and they need help too. So everything's focused on us and solving our problems. That's not to just negate the fact. We do have an issue, we do have a problem, but that gets talked about all the freaking time. People in Liverpool, people in Scotland, we have so many other regions that have problems with white-on-white crime, which never gets spoken about.
And it doesn't have that term either.
It doesn't have that term, that doesn't stand in society. So how about helping those communities deal with the problems, poverty, drugs, and all the issues that plague working class, because, especially in the regions, because everything is so London-centric, the government focuses on what goes on in London, the regions are struggling and suffering, and it's their predominantly white communities.
That's it.
So how about turn your attentions on those communities as well, who also feel neglected?
Can I back your point somewhat?
Yes, you can.
Just in a small way, because I've always looked at that problem of looking at the issue from just a simple thing of sometimes you got problems with your hip, but that's probably coming from your knee, that's coming from your ankle, that's coming from your foot. And I think we always come and say, oh, the hip, when we're not looking at stuff like poverty, literally, you got a whole bunch of people who are deciding, I need to do this thing, which is dangerous, which is going to put my life at risk, but there is nothing else I can do in order to support, whether it's mum, myself, the situation with this, that, with the brothers, sisters, or whatever. I have to go out and put my life on the line for the sake of this situation. We never want to look at what are the causes, what is the bigger problem. You go to the doctors, you hope and pray. You go to the doctors and they take, you get an appointment. But they're going to take their time to look for the nucleus of the issue. And I think that's always the challenging aspect when we talk about this black on black, white on white, whatever the crime is, that we're not looking at the reasons why these young men and women have to do this thing in order to sort themselves out.
The root cause. I feel like with that, it's just a diversion tactic.
Yep.
And me personally, I'm sick of it. When it's us doing it, when our young people are doing it, it's us. When it's not them doing it, it's us. Yeah. And I'm sick of it being us. Like, I feel like we need to address, like you said, the actual root cause. Like, it isn't always our young people doing it. There's, as a mixed race boy, man as well, like, I'm going to be looked at as black, regardless, even though I grew up with my white family, but I was always looked at as a black boy, and I just feel we go through certain things, and it's hard enough as it is, so we don't need to keep getting picked on. Like, I feel we need to show more love to these boys sometimes and stop, to me, I'm going to use the word, I feel like our black kings are getting picked on, even when they're not doing anything wrong.
Definitely. I hate it. See, the thing is, that segment in itself, when you watch it, you see how, I think her name is Kate Garraway.
She was about to say something.
She carried on, like, I know, and it's the victims. And it was because there was a black woman there on the panel who was like, hang on. And then the judge, can't remember what his surname is.
Judge Rinder.
There we go. The judge then picked up on the black woman saying something. And it's these types of things, when we're not in those spaces, these conversations go along and we can get railroaded in that, it really is a black issue. And we're forgetting what took place. When you go through the stats of Glasgow, of Manchester, of Nottingham, like, there are so many white working class people that are getting killed, but we don't hear about that. And then you'll have 26, usually in a year, young black kids, and 26 is still too much, but in London that will get killed, as opposed to when you go to the Glasgow stats, and sometimes they're in the hundreds, and we don't even hear about that. They don't even talk about that shit. It feeds it. I think they're giving us this narrative, so we get into a hyper-vigilancy with our sons and daughters and keep them caged up, like, don't do this, don't go there, you're not safe. It's like it's another form of oppression, and a lot of black people take that on.
Yeah, we do.
So it's like, from watching that, I was vexed at the guy, but I was also vexed at the amount of black people that also get caught up in this victim mentality that we are really bad, we kill each other. Like, what about this black on black crime? Like, what is Black Lives Matter doing when a black boy gets killed by another black boy? Like, all of that sentiment that a lot of black people talk about, we kind of like brush under the carpet, but it's, to me, as racist and as toxic as when a white person does it. But it's easy to jump on a white man when he does it. But black people do the same shit as well.
So, do you think that what Judge Rinder was saying, because I don't think you often see that, like a white man challenging another white man on an issue about race.
That was good.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a positive
That was good.
thing?
But I put that in white box. Like, you guys talk. I'm more focused on how are black people responding to each other? What are we talking about? Are we also jumping on this bandwagon that, are you for bad? I always check myself, and I do it, as we were talking about on our last pod, and I was saying, I can see a group of black boys come in, and I feel my heart go in, and literally, like, how do I divert? Where do I go from these guys? And then I check myself. I'm being racist.
Yeah.
And I'm always watching, where's my racism festering? Because it isn't just white people. We've been brought up in the same systems. There is no way that I am not racist as well. it teaches all of us, like we're all being indoctrinated, so it's for all of us to be like, how are we being racist? It's not to check every white person. How are you being racist? How are we being racist? How am I continually perpetuating the same things? Why am I fearful of a group of black boys that could be my sons? And looking at myself and being like, nah, this isn't okay. Like, they're kin. And it's that. It's like actually watching that. What was the visceral response? I got vexed listening to him, but could I have said that on another day in the same way? Like, really, how many people say that? It's more about that than him.
I think what's interesting to me is that it's the stereotype, isn't it? So he's literally saying it's black people that cause this problem.
Yep.
You know? But then in the next breath, if black people start talking about Black Lives Matter, he's saying, but there isn't a problem.
Exactly.
It's the same sort of people. So it's whatever fills their talk at the time, isn't it? It's just stereotypes, and I just feel like it's deflecting from the real issue. A 9-year-old girl died.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Right.
Yeah,
that's the main.
That's
point.
the main point. That's
Where did
what
the gun
you should
come from?
Where did it come? How did the guns get here? Because I don't know a black man that has a gun factory.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So
that doesn't exist.
Very true.
Have we got time for one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a bit lighter.
Lighter, kind
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, ish. But everyone's heard of Ashanti, right?
Baby. You guys know what we're going to say.
So basically, I want to know what the hell is going on with Irv Gotti right
What
now.
in the Murder Inc?
What in the Murder Inc, bro? Seriously. So if you don't know, Irv Gotti has been doing a series of podcasts and monologues. I don't know
it's
what else to
basically
call
Drink
it.
Champs. He was on Drink Champs.
But
And
he
then he's
also
got
done
another
a
one.
few,
It's in a
like,
tour.
yeah, some more. Yeah.
He's still talking about
Because they've
There's
got the documentary. innit?
Yeah.
He's got a documentary
He's
to
got
promote.
pieces of him talking to camera, literally about his relationship with Ashanti back, 20 years ago?
Yep.
When
Yeah.
she was 19 and he was
30 or so.
and married. But he's, talking about how he used to see her in the studio in her juicy velours and stuff, and how he was shocked because he thought they were in love, and then when she came out with Nelly, he was really shocked and stuff. And he was basically just, I don't know, it just seems really weird to me. It seems like the old man in the club, reminiscing. I don't know, it's just weird. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's just...
You know what it is as well?
Weird.
Do it again.
Give me a little setup of who Irv Gotti is, the legend, his legend.
Oh, yeah, go on then.
In quotes. No, I don't know. I forget the real facts. I was asking you.
She always does this. Say what you know.
Yeah, say
How
what
do you know that I know?
Well, he's a producer in it of
He's
Murder
a producer,
Inc.
yeah, of Murder
And he,
Inc.
Ja Rule,
sorry.
Ashanti.
Yeah.
He
The
reigned
owner,
in the
yeah.
2000s. Loads of tunes. And
I wouldn't say
he's a legend in the game. But
He's
my favourite's
responsible. He's responsible for Ashanti.
Yeah. And Ja Rule.
If we're honest, he's musically,
Yeah.
he found Ashanti.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And then he fell in love with her.
Yeah.
Did he?
So he says.
So he says.
So he says, and she
know what he reminds me
cheated
of?
on him with Nelly, right?
That's what
No.
he,
That's what he says.
Listen. You know
No,
what?
listen.
You know what he reminds me of? You know them men, yeah? That
He's been hurt.
he ain't
been
hurt.
hurt.
He was a whole
He's
married
been
man.
hurt.
He was a whole married man.
No,
you know them
no,
men.
no.
And now
that
she
wanna-
wants
I
money.
know them men,
And now
yeah?
she's trying to take
That
his money as
when
well.
you see them,
He's
they want to
trolling.
keep it.
He's trolling.
Don't tell no one that we're seeing each other. Well, no one has to know. And then when you get on,
That
and
sounds
you
R. Kelly-ish.
You become the one now, yeah? They want to start telling everyone, yeah, I used to see her, But you were quiet before. Why's your mouth so loud now? Why are you doing all the talking now?
I'll pivot slightly. He was promoting the thing he's trying to put out.
Yeah.
And the problem is sensationalism in today's world does that.
Yes.
So that's the first thing. But bro, I know you are a legend. I do music too, my G. And I'm going to say this, and I'm sad for life if I ever meet you and you're like, you'll never do this thing. Well, I don't need it then. Thank you. And I'll tell you that now. Bro, you are too old.
Too old.
You have more things going on in. I'm praying for him. You have more things going on in
Let's do it.
Jesus.
Let's do it.
That I do not
Prayer
understand
warriors.
why that came out of your mouth in 2022. But that's the problem. He was jumping in the game of now. Sensationalism sells.
Yeah.
And I think that's the sad thing about that, is
Yeah.
that you've got legendary status, my G, and you just put it down the pan
Yep.
with such a stupid comment about something you did that really, if you look back on it, bro, it's mad creepy.
What did
Very.
you not think about Ja Rule in that though, not saying anything?
I mean,
because
that's-
later on, maybe
Even that Ja
that's
Rule
the
though.
standard.
No,
Even
I-
that Ja
Fire
Rule.
Ja Rule.
Maybe
whole
about a
thing
week
is
or so
giving-
later, he came out and he was like,
Fire
I do
him.
not
Fire
condone
him.
the comments of Irv Gotti and Ashanti's my sister, and I knew what was going on, and I didn't think it was my place. What? But as her,
They're all complicit though.
Well, this is
all
my
of
point.
them.
I mean,
What are we expecting from Ja Rule? What are we
each other properly in life? Do they though?
But wait, what are we expecting from Ja Rule?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
A non-existent festival.
I think
We have to move on. We have to move on.
Do we have to move on?
Did you not catch her fire Ja Rule? Like, it was very, very good.
Oh, well done.
Thank
Look,
you very
look at
much. I'm
that.
going to dine on that.
So you got praise
We
from Mikey
appreciate
J. You can run on
I'm
that.
a bad gal. All right, let's move on. Auntie Nana, take it away. Oh no, we've got to do our theme tune, right?
Have we?
One.
No,
No, we don't.
No,
Please-
no,
please
we
don't.
No,
Please
no,
don't.
Nana.
No.
Nana.
Please don't.
Okay.
Please don't.
5.
Please don't.
Please
don't.
So embarrassing.
6, 7, 8. Aunties know best.
No, they don't.
Aunties know best.
Not these two.
Aunties know best.
What's happening?
You guys are
Why are you
massive.
encouraging this?
But they don't know when to quit.
Aunties know best.
They don't know when to quit.
Aunties know.
They always try to sing.
Okay, well done, well done, well
And
done,
they
well
don't know when
done.
to quit. Yay!
You're out of order.
I'm
Yay!
embarrassed.
Yay!
You're out of order.
Yay!
Seriously.
Yay!
Aunties
You
with
guys-
voices.
you
Coming
guys
to the
clapping.
O2
Do you
soon.
remember earlier I said
You
aunties
guys
with no
clapping should be
voices? Now you
ashamed.
lot know, innit?
Aunties know best. Aunties
Should be
with
ashamed of
voices.
yourselves.
Coming to the O2
Our
soon.
concert, if you sign up to our Patreon, we're
It's the
going to
f-
do
We will sing. We'll do you hours. of
Yeah,
singing.
we're going to do...
Did anyone see how she actually put her finger near her ear?
I was-
As
The
if that was going to
musician.
make a difference. That
No,
it wasn't. I'm just
Wow.
saying. I'm
Can I
sorry.
tell you what the
Whoa.
difference it
It
made?
wasn't helping
It
her.
made the difference because she didn't have to hear herself. That was the
Oh,
difference.
Now I
That's
understand why it was
That's
done.
right.
You know why
Don't you think
Diana
we got
Ross left the
potential,
Supremes?
No.
Why Diana Ross
Huh?
left the Supremes? Do you know why Beyonce left?
No. Don't you dare. Don't
I'm
you
the
dare.
Don't
Don't you dare.
I am Beyonce.
No,
Let's
ne-
move on.
neither of
See, this
you.
is why you are not good friends.
Neither of
Because you have
you.
to check
Let's
that
move
type
on.
of talk.
This
When
is
people talk
Beyonce.
like that, you have to check it.
We check them
You check,
regular.
this is your
We
wife,
check
you
them
know.
all the
Check your
time.
wife.
He hears me singing in the bath. He likes my singing.
He runs away.
I can sing. I've got a one tune in me, just a 150 grand tune. I've got one
We've
tune.
got, no,
like,
no, no, we've got an album.
You
Actually.
got, you got a one
An
water
album
tune
and a
in you.
concert.
One hit, no
can we,
wonder.
Can we move on because people are
Anyway.
hating. People are hating out here.
No, not
Okay.
hating. Just trying to be truthful.
Yeah.
Aunties know best.
Oh my God. Enough already.
Please, please, I beg.
Know best.
Switch off the mic.
Yeah, exactly.
Aunties know.
Why are you whining?
Nah. Don't you dare.
Please
Don't ever
clap,
do
clap
that.
for them so they can finish.
Do not encourage that behaviour,
Thank
please.
you. Thank you so
Aaron,
much.
really?
As a guest on our podcast.
Sorry. I was
As
the
the
closest
guest,
to you
fine.
as well. I'm just saying. It was a lot for me.
Okay, can we get to the
Okay.
Explain, Wagwan.
Yeah.
For this section of Aunties Know Best, on Reddit, the great forum, the great website that is Reddit, there is this forum in there. Sorry, I've had too much to drink. There is this forum in there, and I love it. It's it goes by the name of "Am I the Arsehole?"
Yes. Sorry, I thought that was a question.
You're an idiot.
Just joking. Wow, she just called you an asshole.
So I'm going to read a couple, if we have the time. But the first one is, okay, am I the arsehole for refusing to let my boyfriend move in with me because it would be most likely mean that I would have to pay 20 times the amount of rent that I'm paying?
What? Where does she live?
I live in this flat that was given to me by my ex-boyfriend's family, and they think that I'm single. Now I'm with a new guy, and he wants to move in because it's a penthouse flat. Should I let him move in, or am I the arsehole for saying you cannot move in, but he doesn't know that I pay next to no rent?
Well, this is a lot.
Am I the arsehole?
Yes, yes, she is.
Show of hands quickly before we get into it.
Arsehole, hands.
Is she the arsehole?
Unfortunately,
No, arsehole.
Unfortunately, she is. However,
Yes. 100%.
however,
I can't even understand what's
however,
happened.
just
I'm trying to
keep the
process it.
penthouse, babe.
I feel like
Keep the penthouse.
I feel like she
But
can
you
have.
are
Wait,
an
no.
arsehole.
So for the layman in here, for the people that might not have got it, not me, but other people.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Right,
Go on.
what? So she has a penthouse left from her ex-boyfriend.
Her
Family.
ex-boyfriend's family
Family.
have a penthouse. She
And
lives
she
in
can
it.
live in there.
Yes.
For almost rent-free.
Yes.
The minute she moves a man in, they'll be
They're
like,
gonna
"Bro,
be like,
you
oh,
gotta
you gotta
pay
pay rent
money."
So
now.
you got to pay rent.
So she's like, you can't come here
Yeah.
because I want to maintain my life.
But
Yeah.
she's not telling
But
them.
she hasn't told him
Yeah.
why.
So why is he...
But there is something called sleepovers.
Not only that, she can have a
Sleepovers.
butler.
A butler.
Yeah.
She can have
Why
started
do the family
dating.
have to know that's her man? That's my butler.
You know what?
He lives
She's-
here.
Service provider.
Yeah, he's providing a service, no?
She's the arsehole, but she's also the fool. Yeah. No, she's a fool because essentially she's allowing her ex-boyfriend's family to run and dictate her life because she doesn't want to pay proper rent like every other human being on the planet. She's an arsehole and she's their fool.
Bro,
Listen, if she wants to enjoy the flat alone and leave everybody out of your mess.
Hold on,
Nah, I
wait.
think she
Is
can
she
do
a
both.
fool? Raise your hands. Is she a fool?
She ain't a fool.
That's my crew.
What?
That's my crew.
That part.
I feel like that's the minority.
Not paying for a penthouse.
I feel
She's
like
the fool.
No.
Yes.
No.
She's a
Yes.
city girl.
I feel like I would be
That's what
saying.
she
Can I ask a
that's my
question?
butler.
How many of you are taking something from your ex's family after you've broke up?
If it's a penthouse,
If he
I would
fucked
do
up.
it.
100%.
No, but it's still from your ex's family.
I would
It's
do
a
it.
penthouse.
If he
a
fucked
what?
up, it's
a-
reparations.
It's a penthouse, mate.
Wait.
It's reparations.
Sometimes you have
How
to
did
cut
the
ties,
ex treat
innit?
her? Was the ex an arsehole? Was
That's
he
what I'm
the
saying. Was he the
arsehole?
arsehole?
But she's
Caveat.
got a penthouse. I just don't see what the problem is.
too.
So basically, Sade, what you're saying is your ex can keep you on a string as long as he keeps
He's
you a
not keeping
penthouse.
a string.
As long as he's got a certain...
Your ex's
No, my
family,
ex's family
which includes your
can
ex,
gift me
they can keep
with
you
a
on a string.
penthouse.
They can
That's
keep you
what
on a
they can
string.
do.
Hold on,
Please,
can we
please do
excuse me,
that.
miss.
Like-
Why are the family allowing her to stay there?
Because
she
what
was so
did he
amazing.
do?
Because they
Are
love
like, they
her.
love
They
her.
love her.
She was so amazing. They don't want to lose their daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why should her
keep
quality
telling
of
yourself
life
that.
have to drop because she's no longer with their son?
Because their son fucked up.
No.
Bro, man,
No.
reparates me.
I feel like the son did something.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
I feel like
Okay.
the son did something, and I feel like she can have a butler.
I swear to God, isn't there like squatters' rights and stuff?
Yeah.
That penthouse will be
I ain't
mine.
going.
I agree. I agree.
Hold on,
with her.
wait. The men are so quiet.
No, because the ex has got something to do with that.
Mate.
The ex has got control there. We're not talking
You-
about the
you
ex.
are-
We're thinking about the
You are
family.
in denial if you think that this man is not in control somewhere.
it's not
Yeah.
about
You are
Hold on,
in denial.
miss,
The ex
miss,
is allowing that to happen.
You
Wait,
know
wait,
what
wait.
the problem
Wait,
is.
Go on,
wait.
go on, go on.
Is she
It's
allowed
denial.
to?
You just have to manage it.
Is she allowed to live like?
Manage
is she
your
allowed to-
denial.
Is she allowed to freely do fuckings, do her life, go to work, come
She's
back?
living her
Is she
life.
allowed
She's
to do
got
whatever she
boyfriends.
wants?
She
She's
can do
living.
whatever she wants.
No,
as long as she
boyfriend
doesn't
needs rules.
progress with another human being. Okay, if that's what you want for your life.
Until she's ready, because if that man is worth her giving up the flat, she will.
No.
No, she won't.
No, she
Facts.
won't.
No.
I
If,
think so.
if he's
That's
worth
true.
it,
She won't.
That's true.
if he's
She
worth
will.
it,
20
And
times.
we're not talking about a flat.
20
we're talking about
times.
a
penthouse. I'm saying,
penthouse.
if the man is worth it, because
No.
he could be
Absolutely
coming with a
not.
mansion.
No. Absolutely
He could be coming
not.
with a mansion.
Real estate.
I say
Are you mad?
she went on a Reddit to try and find answers,
Yeah.
giving up nothing.
She ain't.
Basically, on the Reddit though, they did say that she was the arsehole.
She is.
Okay, so I have another one.
She's a bad girl. She's a
This
bad
one
girl.
was in the Shade Borough, like just a few hours ago.
Our favourite place.
Fresh.
Yes. Yeah.
All
It's,
the
it's,
facts
it's
are
a fresh
Hot
one.
off the press.
It's a fresh one. So this is a lottery winner, and she shared the check with her boyfriend at the time. Now she got that lottery win where you like reveal yourselves, and it was £10,000 a month for 30 years.
Oh.
She had been giving the guy 1,000 and they were there. They've been together for 18 months. Now she's like, Bunny, I'm not on you anymore. And he's like, oh, what about our lottery win and our business?
You missed a bit. You missed a bit. You missed a bit. The backstory, right?
What's
so
the
the backstory is, they were living together.
Yeah.
He's paying everything.
Yeah.
All she's paying is £25 a week towards lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
On the basis that if they win, you have one together.
That's a big bit you missed.
Was there a contract?
Yeah, minor.
Was there a contract signed?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So
because she's
the
smart.
money is in her name, and she's like, "We're done now, innit? I'm over you."
But she can
Is
only...
she the asshole?
Yes.
For severing time.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the asshole.
She's an arsehole and she's a bastard.
Guys, show of hands. Is she the arsehole?
Are you guys crazy?
Why are you defending that? Wait, why are you defending
Is she
that?
not the arsehole?
She's not the asshole.
Why?
I want to hear why she's not the arsehole.
Wait.
I want to hear why she's not the arsehole.
Stop. Is she the arsehole? Raise your hand. Is she not the arsehole? Raise your hand.
She's not the asshole.
So what about the people
Guys,
that
she
didn't raise
didn't
their
love
hand
him
at
in the
all?
first place. That
Those
was a
people are
business
50.
She's not the asshole for cutting him off. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Keep
I'm
the money.
saying,
For keeping the money? Yeah, but
she
he's not
didn't
getting
love
enough.
him in the first place. She's a straight up boops. She was living in the house, rent free, and then £25, her name was in the account. No way, she knew what she was doing. She's a hustler. That's what she is.
I just want you to know.
And she gave him 18 months, so I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I'm not laughing at these
they were together
questions.
for 18.
It's a problem.
They were together for 18 months. So does she have to split that money with him for 30 years?
It's not
No
fair.
way. Absolutely.
The maths don't math. The maths don't
Absolutely
math.
no way.
So wait.
All right, go,
Wait, sorry. In one scenario, yeah, the woman gets the whole yard for cheap. Yeah. In another scenario, the woman keeps all the money. And I'm not making it. It's not. I'm not understanding
what you're
this.
Getting,
I'm not
understanding
understanding
is
this.
the way the world is turning.
I can
the
see it.
matriarchy is coming for you, bruv.
This is it.
I'm not a
Well,
feminist.
it's ugly. It's ugly and
I
it's
want to
not a
get
good
married,
look.
guys. I'm joking. I'm not a feminist. I'll submit. I will submit. I promise.
No, we were.
She'll submit if you've got a penthouse.
I mean, there's conditions to my submission.
But we're not feminists, though. But I don't think that she's an arsehole for
No,
this.
she's an arsehole.
30 years is a very long time.
But she wouldn't have been
But it's
able
not
That
her
was the
money.
agreement.
It's not her. It's
She
not
wouldn't
working
have
for that
been-
money.
she
I
wouldn't
think she's the
have been
arsehole.
able
If
to
a man
have-
divorces his wife and decides not to pay any more money towards her, he too is not the arsehole.
No, he's not.
We've got to wrap it up there. That's how it ends.
Bro.
That is how that ends. All right. That was a laboured clap, guys. This is what you get with us. Thank you over there.
Okay. So this is Auntie AK's favourite segment. Before we go, we like to talk about what's made us sad, what's made us mad, and what's made us glad. I'll start. I am sad that Auntie AK and Auntie Nana still believe that they can sing.
Amen.
Despite the fact that a whole room of people
No, it wasn't
told
a
them
whole.
that they
It wasn't a
can't.
whole.
No.
There was about 5% of people was a bit
This
dubious.
is my turn.
And the rest,
My turn.
95% were
My
like,
turn.
you lot are bad
My-
with your concert.
My
They were like, blub, blub, blub.
That's actual delusion.
I am mad that Auntie AK and Auntie Nana still don't believe that they can't sing. No, not really. I'm actually mad at Boris Johnson.
Yep.
You know, I'm mad at Boris Johnson because Boris Johnson, when he decided that he was going to resign, he said, right, but I've got to stay to help the country get back together and to make sure there's a handover. Man's been on 2 holidays.
Yep.
What did you hand over? Your fucking passport. What did you hand over? I'm mad at him. And then I am glad that we've managed to do this lovely event tonight and that all you lovely people have come out to see us.
Thank you.
That is why I am
Thank
glad.
you so much.
Auntie Nana.
Okay, so I'm sad. I can't think what I was sad about, but there's lots of things to be sad about. So for this moment, I'm going to say I'm super sad actually at the state of our youth, and I feel like they're being targeted and just being groomed, and that ultimately makes me super sad that we're not really bigging them up and making them out to be the kings and queens that they should be. So that makes me sad on a daily. I'm mad at Boris Johnson as well because the guy is so fuckeries. You see how he came along and is like, you know what, you guys have to pay more for gas and amenities because of what's going on with the Ukraine and Russia and da-da-da. And it's like, you guys are such flipping fuckeries that you can put this on us, that it's our responsibility to pay these bills, and you're not even going to check these energy companies, and they're in flipping profits of billions, and it's okay to do that to us. And that just, it pisses me off really. So that's made me very mad. And I'm super glad that this has happened. Like, when I walked in today and saw it all laid out, I was like, this is amazing, because it's like 2 weeks ago that we kind of had this come to us through our amazing pod manager, Sheila, came along and was like, this opportunity is there. And we ran with it, and that all of you turned up and like believed in us that we could put on a show and entertain you really fills my heart with so much joy. So yes, I'm very glad to be here. Slightly tipsy, but thank you guys.
For me, my sad is that poor little 9-year-old girl that got shot. That's just tragic. My mad, I've got a lot of things to be mad about at the moment, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on a project right now, and there's some people that are just so incompetent. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But we're getting through it, which brings me to my glads, because I have been working on this project for a very long time, and these lovely ladies have allowed me to actually just get on with it and not stress me about little details or things, like, do you know what I mean? And just literally just put this whole thing together, and I literally just turned up today. I was literally, so I'm so glad for them. I'm so glad that this is happening, do you know what I mean? And I'm just feel truly blessed that I'm able to be in that situation where I can just get things done. I feel very supported, so thank you.
So I am sad the sun is truly packing up to leave. It needs to come back.
It needed to
I'm not ready for it.
Auntie Nana is an agent of...
So, by the way, copyright TM, I have a cartoon coming out called Agents of Antarctica versus the Sun Warriors. It's not even drawn yet, but it's going to happen. Nana is an agent of Antarctica. I'm just letting you know. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
No, don't try it. I'm sad. The sun is going. It needs to come back and stay forever. I'm mad. We're going to get into it in our podcast next week. The AI rapper that was signed and then dropped. They had a virtual reality rapper.
Oh, yeah.
In the likeness, not exactly dark or black or whatever. It was some ambiguous AI, non-real, non-human, artificial intelligence rapper that was doing the N-words, that had been brutalized by the police, all the stereotypical tropes that you can think of when it comes to the most stereotypical rapper in the whole wide world, created by an Asian guy and a white guy. And it was living and getting signed by Capitol Records or whatever the frick. And then it got dropped because of complaints. This is where we're at, guys. A non-real thing can get signed and can get dropped. And there are human rappers out there who don't talk about guns and drugs and sex and violence and everything, who are not getting signed at all or not getting seen. I'm so mad. We're going to talk about this next week. I'm mad. Okay. You can tell. But I'm also super glad because this dream realized, cry, is being realized. I'm going to stop. But yeah, thank you, guys.
Guys,
we have time for like one sad,
yeah,
one mad, one glad from the audience. We better come with something good. We're going to be under pressure.
Hands up. Who's sad?
Hands up. Who's got sad?
Me and Aaron, we don't get...
Who's got sad?
Who's got sad? I'm just going to pick a person.
You got sad?
Maybe glad. I don't know.
All right, glad.
Yeah.
No, come with a sad, man. We got
No,
to
too
do
late.
It.
I said
It
glad.
is what it is, fam.
Stop forcing
I'm
the
glad
sadness.
that Awami Davis was found safe and sound. I think
Oh,
that was beautiful.
Bless you.
And we thank God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's got mad?
Yeah.
Anyone got a mad that you want to get off your chest?
Mad?
Something you want to get off your chest?
Mad?
I got mad.
Go on.
Okay, go on. Nee.
I'm mad that after 22 years, I still can't get a nude from my wife.
I'm mad for you, Nee.
I'm going to give him
I'm
a
mad
one.
new you.
A one
I'm
side
mad
boob.
for you, mate.
A side boob.
Ah, man.
A move.
Okay,
You got
guys,
to do
what
full
part of
frontal.
her
Another
waist?
mad.
You got to do full frontal or nothing.
A full frontal weave. Yeah, I've got that. I've got that.
No.
A weave. Yeah.
Seriously.
We've got a mad.
Sorry, give full frontal nude. Just give it to it. Just
Yes,
one.
yeah,
Or
listen
just,
to
do you know
the
what? Do you know
woman.
what? Don't start there. Just do side boob or something.
That's what I said.
Yeah, do like start slow And then,
Imagine starting slow with a man you've been with for 22 years.
I
What else
know,
have
but
you
you
got
know
to do?
what? It might be a
We got a whole
comfortability
50
thing.
more years.
No, but you've got to want to do it. If you're doing it,
All right,
and your
enough of that.
postures
Who's your mad?
just
What's your mad?
and your
What's your mad?
postures.
What's your
You're
mad?
making a very good point.
What's your mad?
My washing machine broke.
Oh.
And it's one of those you have to top it up with coins because that's where we're at with renting now.
Oh,
The £2.20 I put in didn't even wash my clothes.
Oh, no. I'm mad for you.
I'm mad for you.
I'm
very
I'm
mad
mad for you, for real.
I'm mad. We got any glads left? Any final glads? Celebrate somebody? No? All right.
Who's
Go
glad?
on.
Who's
We got
glad?
glad. We got
Go on,
glad.
go on, go on.
We got glad over there.
We got mad here.
I'm not
We
using
got glad
my
over here.
mic.
What have you got? What have you got?
I'm mad that some women.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Stop!
Here we
Stop!
go.
Stop! Take the mic! Take the mic! Take the mic! Take the mic!
Bro,
We got glad.
Take the mic.
this is your
Farah,
Aunties
Farah,
Could
Farah.
Never.
Farah,
There's a mad,
Farah.
there's a glad, there's a glad.
That
There's one over there too. Bro, do you know where you are? Read the room,
Do you know what I
fam.
mean? Read the room.
Save yourself.
Brother.
We don't know what he was going to say. He could have said some women are the love
Nana.
of my life.
Nana wants a controversy.
He looked scared for himself. Yeah.
Protect yourself. Go on, girl. Go on, chick.
Evening all. I've got two things. I'm glad I came here. It's been
Yay!
it's been very enjoyable. And my second glad is that I managed to make jollof rice in an air fryer.
What? Wait. Let me
What
say
are we
it.
clapping here?
Where are you from?
You done what?
Rep your ends.
How
Where
did
you
you
from?
do that? Who is telling you to do these things?
Oh, here we go.
No,
Where
what
you
is
from?
this?
Where are you from?
What is this?
This is my
No,
cousin.
you need to give
Yes,
back the
yes.
mic.
Well done, girl. Bad girl.
From where?
Ghanaian.
What rice is better?
Of course, naturally, it's one of yours.
She's talented.
Ah.
Talented girl.
Or lazy.
Talented.
Which one? Talented. Or lazy?
Ingenious. All right, we did have a glad over there. Do you want to share?
Yeah, just one glad.
Oh, I've got my heels on, mate.
Go on.
Oh,
Go on.
okay, thanks.
Go.
Farah to the rescue.
Okay, work these.
I feel like Trisha.
I'm glad that I finally get to be in the same room with you guys.
Can't hear you.
I'm glad that I'm back. I'm here to see
Thank
you guys.
you.
In the same room
Thank
with
you.
And I'm glad Carnival's back at the weekend.
Yeah.
Me too. And here is my rule
What's
for
back?
Carnival.
Carnival.
Wait.
Back?
Carnival.
Carnival.
Oh, of course.
Here's my
Yes.
rule for Carnival. If you lot see me on the road, don't ask me no questions. I won't
We're
tell you no
ready for the
lies.
Seriously.
And that, my guys, is that on that. This has been your Aunties Could Never and Friends podcast. Thank you to Chophouse podcast, Nee and Mikey. Thank you to Erin, Raising Boys to Men. And to you, my fellow aunties, it's been amazing. Thank you. 2 years in, this is our first self-hosted live. We will do more. We will be back.
Yes.
Tell your friends to tell your friends to tell your friends.
We actually do have another live that we've been booked for.
Oh, yeah, we've been
with
booked. We're
Podbible.
booked. Yeah.
And that's on September the 22nd, and it's in Covent Garden at Hotel Chocolat. It has another name to it, but we will be promoting from now. So, yeah, we're getting out and about.
We're
So,
getting
thank
there,
you,
we're getting
guys.
there.
Thank you so
guys,
much.
Guys, can I just say, can we really give these ladies a massive, massive round of applause? Because over the last 2 years, they've been working so hard. So big up yourselves, man.
Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on all the platforms, social media, and we have a Patreon. If you fancy giving us your ducats,
help us help you.
Help us help you. We've got 3 tiers. Whatever your pocket can afford, please support us.
£5, £10, and £25.
There you go.
And it really does help because we're now in a studio and we need to pay the studio fees. And so the Patreonies that we have, they pay for their family. They pay for our studio fees, and we give them an extra episode. So it really does help us keep the content going. We are in our 40s. I call us queen-agers, and there's not a lot of us about. So we need way more information. Queen-agers.
Can I pause you? Because you're married, yeah? Someone who's married shouldn't be revealing everybody. I'm 36.
Why?
Why? I'm 45. And what?
Exactly. Embrace the shit, man. We're special.
36.
I didn't consent to my age being
We are
discussed.
great.
Basically, you're
I'm 36.
Never.
Exactly. We're like a different breed. This is great.
Women, shut up.
Queen-agers.
Anyway, we gotta go. Bye.
But please support us.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.